Hi, everybody. Yes, there are many of me. I am floating through the air in bubbles. I like to do things a little differently. Okay, let's just admit it. I'm kind of a kook, but I have fun with this techie stuff. And I also am kind of odd in that I think of things that a lot of people don't think of. And that's what's going on here. I decided to present a different kind of reading. Now, I want you to know I, as much as anyone else, enjoy a good pick a pile or pick a card reading on YouTube. I've watched many of them. There are readers that I highly respect, and I am not saying that this has to be instead of those. But sometimes when we get a reading from someone, despite the disclaimers that these are general readings and you should always just take what resonates and discard what doesn't, we rely on what we've heard and we take action. And then when things don't turn out, instead of taking responsibility for our choice, we go, oh man, why did I trust that reader? Well, the reader in these new card readings is going to be you. So what I'm going to do is give you different ways that you can choose your pile. And that could be picking out a stone, going by an archetype card as to it applying and what's going on in your life. It could be from artwork. It could be, who knows? We'll find out as we go along. And then once you pick your pile, initially, when we are just starting out on this, I'm going to only use cards that have writing on them. So I'm not going to tell you which of the meanings is for you. I'm not going to tell you if you should interpret your card as upright or reversed. It's going to be up to you. Now, I know that many of you are saying, I can't do this. I don't have any psychic gifts. Well, surprise. Probably a lot of you do have gifts. You just haven't realized it yet. I want you to explore whether maybe you do have a little something. Everyone has intuition. And I encourage people to trust their own intuition, but I know from personal experience that's not always easy. It is sometimes easier to turn to someone that we consider an expert and go by what they have to tell us than to trust ourselves. A lot of us went through things in our lives that made us doubt ourselves. I would like to provide a way for you to get over that doubt, to start trusting your instincts, your intuition, and have some fun with it. So, like I said, initially I'm only going to use cards that have writing on them. After a while I'll start switching those out, and it won't always be quite that easy. And then I will do a follow-up video to share with you what the guidebook might have said. But I want you to know, if you came up with some solid meaning for something and the guidebook differs, screw the guidebook. Go with what you came up with, because cards are up to interpretation. Now, I'm thinking that you're not going to always have to look at these bubbles, but you are always going to have to deal with me. Sometimes I have some trouble tracking, and almost all the time I repeat myself at least once, usually 3 times. Don't ask me why. I'm a bit quirky. But there's some fun to quirk, I'm thinking. So yeah, this is a little weird. Maybe it's definitely outside the box, but let's just go with it. And I'd love to hear your interpretations. It's lonely here behind the camera. I would love to have a little bit of companionship in the comments. So please feel free to share your interpretations and whether the cards meant something to you. It is important to remember we all pick wrong sometimes. So if you start into a pile and it just doesn't seem to apply at all, feel free to stop and go back and pick another one. We can't always be 100%. Not even the pros can be 100% of the time. So there's my introduction. The good news is once you've watched it, you don't have to watch it again. I will probably include this with every one of this kind of readings. And if you've already watched it, you can just buzz right past it and forget. I mean, who wants to see me more than once with these bubbles? How silly is this? At least it's fun. At least it's different. Life can get kind of boring. So let's add a little spice is what I'm thinking. All right, see you at the next card reading. That is you as the reader. Bye. Hello, readers. I hope you're doing well. I have been having some challenges with the lighting here, and so forgive me for playing a bit. There seems to be a glare no matter where I hold the cards, and I'm just trying to get the right combination. So we're going to pick our piles differently today, unless you are just going by what pops into your head. Trust that. But if you need a little something to back up your instincts, we're going to use archetype cards this time. Each pile has 2 archetypes, and the archetype could apply to you. It could apply to someone in your life. It could apply to something that's happened in your past that rings true. For pile 1, the first archetype is student. The light attribute, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. The shadow attribute, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. And the second archetype is child orphan. Light attribute, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Shadow attribute, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So this is the combination again for pile number 1. For pile number 2, the archetype cards start with artist. Light attributes, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Shadow attributes, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. The second archetype card is victim. And by the way, victim is an archetype that applies to all of us at one time or another. I think there are 12 that apply always to all people. The light attribute of victim prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attributes, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So this is your combination for pile 2. For pile 3, your first archetype card is Don Juan. Light attribute spotlights your positive seductive qualities. Shadow attribute, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. And then healer. Light attribute, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. And the shadow attributes, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. This is your combination for pile 3. And lastly, for pile 4, the first card is visionary. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. The shadow attribute. And I'm sorry, because the way I've adjusted the lighting now to have less glare means I can't see very well. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. And the second card is detective. Great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth is the light attributes. Shadow attributes, voyeurism, falsifying information. This is your combination for pile number 4. So choose by archetype cards or whatever comes into your head, or you may have a vision. You may actually hear something with your clairaudience. And if you want to go by folders, let me just hold those up very quickly. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. And my stomach is going nuts. I apologize. Apparently it's going to come along on the ride. Okay, so hopefully you have enough to go on so that you feel comfortable with your choice. If you get a little bit into it and you think this reading just doesn't apply to me, that's cool. None of us can pick correctly all the time. You can pick another pile and see if that one fits better. If that one doesn't fit either, I would go past that second choice. Not every general reading is going to be able to cover everyone that comes by. Okay, I will be back with pile 1. Hi, pile number 1. We're going to start out with your tarot cards. The first one is 6 of Swords. A necessary transition, relocating, moving on, travel. That's for the upright. The reversed is unable to move on, stagnancy, travel issues, emotional baggage. The second tarot card is High Priestess. Secrets, mystery, intuition, trust yourself, inner voice, unconscious. For the upright, and for reversed, clouded insight, blocked intuition, repressed feelings, lack of center. And your last tarot card is the Fool. Fresh hope, take chances, new beginnings, travel for the upright, and reversed, carelessness, apathy, being unprepared, absence. Remember, it's up to you to decide if these are in the upright position or reversed. Now your Lenormand cards. The first one is man, flirtatious, masculine person. A person with masculine qualities such as strength, independence, and assertiveness. This person is a romantic interest. And remember, it doesn't have to be male in gender, it's masculine energy perhaps. The next card is bouquet, courtship, gift, helping hand. A helping hand, a deal one can count on, courtship and dating, a gift given from appreciation, a social invitation, an enjoyable person or situation. Well, it's looking pretty promising here, gotta say. And the last Lenormand card is ship, adventure, travel, commerce. An exciting new adventure, traveling a fairly long distance, foreign commerce and trade, finding one's treasure, moving away from a situation, exploring a new paradigm. Now I'm going to get these out of the way just because these are kind of slippy slidey to be placing the other ones on. Your first oracle card, Ruby. Self-actualization. And I will try to remember to put up any keywords that come up. But if not, you'll just have to go by self-actualization. Next, oh my goodness. Magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. Wow. Next we have lemon. Access innovative thinking. I think I'm going to pull back a little bit, guys, because it's with these larger cards, it's hard to get the whole thing in there. Okay. Next we have self-love. And lastly, we have a moment's regret, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Oh, I'm so tempted to put an interpretation in here, but I'm not going to. I'm not the reader. You're the reader. So you have to go on what your gut is telling you. That's all your cards, pile one. I would love to have a comment from you to hear if your cards resonated with you, how you put them together. And thank you very much for coming by the channel. I appreciate you very much. A thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. I would love to read your comments, and if you feel like subscribing, that would be really awesome. Okay, see you in the next one, pile one. Hi, pile two. Here are your cards for you to do your reading. First, we're going to do the tarot cards. Your first tarot card is Nine of Wands, resilience, keeping and maintaining boundaries, grit, last stand. In reverse, exhaustion, fatigue, questioning motivations, paranoia, defensiveness. Secondly, you have Four of Cups. Apathy, feeling unfulfilled, contemplation, disconnectedness. For upright. For reverse, sudden awareness, missed opportunity, choosing happiness, acceptance. And your last tarot card is the Sun, success, joy, celebration, material happiness. My goodness, what a progression. And in reverse, delayed gratification, depression, negativity, sadness. Now for your Lenormand cards. First we have woman, hostile, feminine person. A person with toxic feminine qualities such as manipulation, coercion, and codependency. This person is an enemy or foe. Followed by Tower. Institution, authority, influence. An institution with a hierarchy, a bank, school, or government. A person with authority and influence. Imprisonment or disempowerment. Isolation and withdrawal from events. Dynamic of dominance and control. I saw a typo there. These are not my cards, by the way. I didn't make them anyway. I own them, but I didn't make them. So I'm not owning the typo. And lastly, we have Clover, luck, opportunity, good fortune. A fortunate situation, a lucky win, a positive opportunity, a small amount of money, worth the risk or gamble, an unexpected gift. Now I'm going to put these to the side because when it's that much of a pile of slippery cards, it can be tricky. Your first oracle card is Amethyst. Sobriety. This one I will put a little more up with keywords when I put the video together. After doing pile one, I know that all the other cards are a little more fleshed out as far as just what they present on their face. Your next card, Innocence. Whoa, I had to go off camera to sneeze. Sorry about that. Take time to play. Nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. Chocolate. Nourish your body and soul. Then you have modify. And lastly, wake up. It's your moment. She doesn't look very excited. She must be a little apprehensive about being in the spotlight in her moment. Now, I haven't read the cards, so don't let that mislead you. Remember, trust your gut. This is all about how you interpret the cards. And I don't want to influence that. I'm just used to kind of popping in with my own little sarcastic comments. I apologize. All right, pile two. Those are your cards. If the cards resonate with you, I would love to hear from you in a comment. if you would give the video a thumbs up, that would be awesome. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd love to have you on board. Thank you. See you in the next one. Hi, Pile 3. Here are your cards for you to do your reading. On January 23rd is when it's uploaded, but the cards have been pulled with the intention of this being timeless, so it doesn't matter if you are watching this actually on the 23rd and you chose this pile. We're going to start with the tarot. The first card is Page of Cups. A studious kid, a new love, dreamer, volunteer work, happy surprise, sensitivity. In the reverse, insecurity, ooh, typo, yikes. Emotional immaturity, a breakup, codependence, disappointment. I did not author these cards. Not saying that I couldn't have had typos if I had, but yikes, sorry about that. That just really sticks out there. So now that I've had my little proofreading rant, insecurity, emotional immaturity, a breakup, codependence, disappointment. The second tarot card is Five of Wands. Rivalry, challenges, obstacles, conflict, competition in the upright. Up to you to decide if these are upright or reversed. Reversed, this is harmony, problems resolved, success, avoiding conflict, respecting differences. And your last tarot card is Seven of Swords. Theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away, divorce, an affair, deception, trickery in the upright. Reversed, punishment, getting caught, trying to make things right, coming clean. For your Lenormand, I am only seeing two here, so let me see if one has dropped out of position. Oh dear. I don't see a third, so I'm going to pull you a third when we get going here. Your first card is Anchor. Endurance, fixation, stability. Feelings of safety and reassurance, settling down for a while, a time of contentment, something that is long-lasting, a situation that is enduring, a person that is stable. You know what? I remember one fell out, and I wonder if it's in the other pile. So let me look really quick, because I just realized my... Oh, yes, it did. Okay, and it's sideways, so I know which one it is. That makes life easier because the Lenormand stack is under everything else. I didn't want to dig. That would be a disaster for me with my lack of gracefulness, let's say. Next, we have Whip, argument, strife, dispute. Arguments, strife and dispute, a laborious activity, a fight or conflict, dominance or control, abusive behavior, a violent nature. Well, that's interesting, because didn't we have, yeah, Five of Wands. And your last Lenormand is House. Family, comfort, security. The place you call home, one's immediate family, feelings of comfort and security, the foundation of one's life, familial traditions, a safe haven or shelter. And now I'm going to move these out of the way because these cards are very slippy, slidey, and when they form a pile, then I just have a big mess. So your first oracle card is Abalone Shell. Calmness. You know, it is kind of calming to look at her, isn't it? I will put a little bit more about this card as keywords in the video. Your next card is Healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Then we have Purple. Develop mental clarity. Boundaries. And lastly, we have Falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, change. All right, pile number 3, those are your cards. I would love it if you gave the video a thumbs up if your cards resonate with you. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd be honored if you would subscribe to the channel. All right, see you at the next one. Hi, pile 4. Here are the cards for you to do your reading. They're uploaded on January 23rd, but they have been pulled with the intention that they be timeless. So it doesn't matter if this is actually the 23rd you're watching it on. And considering that it's 11:21 p.m., it's highly unlikely you're going to be watching this on the 23rd. So we're going to start out with your tarot cards. Your first card is the Knight of Cups, idealist, following the heart, a romantic proposal in the upright. In the reverse, disappointment, unrealistic romantic hopes, abuse, moodiness. Your second tarot card is in the upright for 6 of Cups, nostalgia, friendship, innocence, healing, reunions, gifts, familiarity. In the reverse, living in the past, naivete, unrealistic expectations, leaving home. And your last tarot card is Knight of Pentacles. In the upright, this is patience, hard work, travel by land, job offer, efficiency, responsibility. Reversed, and remember it's up to you to choose which position it's in, a stubborn person, laziness, immaturity, unemployment, obsessiveness. And now for your Lenormand cards, we have Man, hostile masculine person. Toxic masculine qualities such as dominance, bullying, and aggression. This person is an enemy or foe. Then we have Fox, caution, deception, cleverness. A caution to be on the lookout, minor deception and white lies. Watching out for oneself first, a person or situation of opportunity. Using cunning and cleverness to win. Immoral actions for one's survival. And last of the Lenormand, we have Stars, healing, recovery, network. Yeah, after that hostile man and cunning fox. A situation, person that inspires hope, recovery from an illness or disease, goals, hopes, and aspirations, reaching one's goals, one's reputation and social status, a professional network. Now I'm going to get this little pile out of the way. Your first oracle card is Bloodstone, protection. Next we have miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the bow. Ooh, aqua. Experience peace and calm. Seek seclusion. I hesitate to say that. That's like go within, meditate. But yes, seek seclusion. And last card is, who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. All right, pile 4, those are all your cards. I would love to hear your comments about whether they applied to your life and how you interpreted them. And a thumbs up to the video would be hugely appreciated. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you aboard. And that is it for pile 4 and for the video. Take care, everybody. Bye. See you in the next one.